First and foremost, my deepest and sincerest condolences to the families of everyone who lost one at Uvalde. Um, I don't think a single person can look at this situation and think that what happened was, um, a red team versus blue team thing. Well, pick your divider. Um, Children are children, no matter what. I don't condone any mass shooting whatsoever, because it's usually the innocent people who have nothing to do with whatever perceived problem that they are by the shooter. So I just want to say that. Whatever I say after this is just my questions and criticisms about what happened. It's been a few days now, so some of the facts are starting to trickle out. Some stories are changing, and I think it's worth discussing. But yeah, without a doubt, man, my complete and sincere condolences to the people, to the parents, to the families, to the community. I don't condone any kind of shit like this, like I said, but I definitely feel bad for those people. So I just want to put that out there. But there are questions that we need to ask, because if we want to stop shit like this from happening again, we need to start looking at things. What are the reasons? What are the factors that are creating these types of things? So let me just ask a few questions and point out some things. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Cobra, and yeah, it kind of sucks discussing this topic. So the first thing I want to ask is, how the hell does an 18-year-old who worked at Wendy's afford a $70,000 truck and $6,000 worth of firearms? How does that happen? How the fuck does an 18-year... I can't imagine having something like that. And before anyone says, oh, maybe it was in their parents' name, grandparents' name, he was poor. The family was poor. He was living with his grandparents because I guess his mother had a drug addiction problem. I sincerely, until more facts come out, I'm going to call bullshit on this. And I gotta say, that aspect of it kind of glows a little bit, guys. I'm not trying to go tinfoil, but I'm just saying, simple fact: how does a 18-year-old afford a $70,000 truck? Let's assume it wasn't his truck. If it wasn't, who bought it? Whose truck was it? How did he get the keys and drive it? The other question is, how did he afford those guns? Those guns were not cheap, by the way. I saw the product pages for them. Those guns combined with the scope, and we can even say ammo as well. He also had a handgun as well, I believe. I'm not sure, but I know he had two AR-style rifles. So I don't know how he could afford $6,000 in firearms alone. That, to me, it does glow a little bit. I'm not going to lie, it glows, because it's just one of those things where it's like, and that's kind of funny, because I thought everybody was struggling to buy stuff, and it was tough to get guns and ammo and all this stuff. How the hell did an 18-year-old get these things, afford these things, I should say? So that, to me, is the first big green flag, if you know what I mean. So the other thing is, there's no easy way to put this. Don't expect the police to protect you. Expect the police to be there after, pick up the bodies, and arrest you. I remember a while ago, there was a thread on a well-known message board, which I don't want to say, where a guy who was living in Bosnia or something at the time when Clinton was in power, and like the government just completely dissolved and it was just total chaos for a while. And one of the things that guy wrote about his experience was that the police were never there to protect you. They would come after the fact and just arrest whoever was involved and pick up the bodies, essentially. So don't expect the police to come and help you, ever. And I'll throw in another quote. It was from Coleon Noir, who's he's a guns rights activist, spokesperson for the NRA, I believe. And he basically said, and I'm sure other people have said this, but he said it, and it was the first time I heard it. He said, you are your own first responder. That couldn't be more true. You are your first responder. That doesn't just involve guns. It involves having the fucking lungs to run. It involves having the muscle to fight. Well, you don't even necessarily need a lot of muscle. Muscle helps, but skill is I would say, equally important. Knowing wrestling and grappling skills, I mean, that shit, that works. I'm somewhat of a big dude. I'm not trying to humble brag, but I'm just saying. But there are some short guys out there that I would think twice about if I had to get in the ring with them, because I just know, the cauliflower ear, the flat nose, the what do you call it? The blisters on their knuckles and shit. That's a big tell. Plus, if you've had your hands broken a few times, every time it grows or it repairs itself, it becomes stronger. That's why you see a lot of guys in Thailand, like, they're punching walls and stuff. They're trying to break their hands gently, at least from what I can guess, so that their bones grow back stronger. So, those are just kind of the tells. The point I'm making is, you are your own first responder. You have to be there for yourself. Don't expect the police to show up as soon as you dial 911. Oh, come help me. They're gonna fly in on a chopper. Fuck no. Those cops have car loans. They have private school. They have they want to go get Costco pizza on the weekend. They want to take their kids to a football game or something. Most of the time, these cops put on a badge so that they can be part of the club. That thin blue line shit, it's real, and it's basically a club where basically they're telling each other, hey, I'll let you get away with a little more shit than everyone else because we're brothers, or whatever the fuck they call themselves. Look, cops, I've never believed cops were our friends. I've never believed that police were out there to protect you. They do some good work out there, like as far as solving some crimes and major things like that, but like your day-to-day life, you can't expect the police to be there every time something bad happens to you. It's just not possible. You'd want to, if that were to happen, you'd have to triple the size of the police force, at least where I live, right? And you don't want that, because everyone breaks the law. I don't care who the fuck you are. Every single person that you see, if you're breathing, at some point you've broken the law. And anybody who says that they haven't is a fucking liar. Everyone breaks the rules. But you can't expect police to be there every single time something bad happens. You have to be there for yourself first. And as far as what happened at that school with the cops standing down and shit, again, it does glow a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Why was a border patrol, a federal agency, why were they spearheading the rescue efforts? Why? Doesn't police have SWAT? If the border patrol feds were there first, why wasn't the SWAT team there? The police that are on site. You're telling me that fucking all those cops who are out there for over an hour, 90 fucking minutes, they're standing around while they're pinning down parents trying to break into the school to save their own fucking kids. You're telling me that these cops couldn't fucking nut up and go in there and take down a fucking 18-year-old? Where's all that fucking heroes, blue lives and all that shit? Where is it? They didn't come up. They didn't show up. Fucking pussies. Don't trust the cops to have your back. They're gonna be there to drag your body out of there on a fucking stretch in a body bag. These cops don't give a shit about you. They only care about themselves. You notice how they're so rough with these normies these days. Put on a mask. You gotta get in line. Hey, you're making a fuss on the plane. They fuck with people that they know they can fuck with. They don't fuck with people. You don't see them pulling that shit in the ghettos, do you? Oh yeah. They go in there and they shoot up black people. Yeah, when they're in the middle of stabbing someone, yeah. But you don't see these cops rolling up in fucking ghettos and shit. Why? Because those people push back. But the parents of that neighborhood, like I said, my heart goes out to them. But honestly, if any of them have any sense, they need to band together. The first thing they need to do is they need to fucking sue the shit out of the fucking police, and then make it their fucking life's work to have every single cop who stood out there, including the people in charge, fucking fired and blacklisted from ever working in any capacity of law enforcement ever fucking again. And the parents should even take it a step further and march into these fucking school board meetings and demand to know how the fuck this little piece of shit walked into their fucking school. With no engagement, nobody stopped him. The door was wide open. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but I mean, the facts are still coming out. So I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. The key takeaways from this are just, number one, I sincerely feel bad for what happened. I don't condone it. Number two, the thing with the truck and the guns, the cost of those things, they're not cheap. Where the fuck did he get the money for that? Number three, why the fuck did the police have to even wait for a federal agency? Somebody told those pigs to stand down. Somebody. And I don't know who it was, but somebody told those cops to stand down. Because I'm sure there was a few of them who wanted to rush in. And even I heard that some of them fucking went in and got their own kids out. It's sickening, guys. It's sickening. But anyways, just keep your head on a swivel. Keep it concealed. Make sure you got your permit on you, and keep it legal. But yeah, guys, it's a crazy time out there. Stay safe, and if you got kids, give them an extra hug, give them an extra kiss. You never know. I mean, life is crazy. But anyways, I'll let you guys go. Cobra out.